What's going on, guys? Kalipis Tech here, coming back at you with another video. In this video, I'm going to be giving you 5 reasons to buy the BLU View 2 in 2021. Let's get into it. So the first reason to buy the BLU View 2 in 2021 is the storage. This phone has 32 gigabytes of internal storage with microSD card expansion. So with this phone, for the price range it's in, you're actually getting a lot of storage. Most phones similar to this one only have 16 gigabytes, whereas this one has double the space. And the system doesn't really take up that much space either, so you're really getting a lot of storage to work with. And if it's still not enough, you can always get a microSD card and expand it even more. As you can see right here, we got 10.57 gigabytes being used, and it's only taking up 33%. This is pretty much the bare minimum with the system and a few apps that you might be using on a daily basis, and you still have plenty of space to do whatever you want with. So for the price range this phone is in, it's a real good deal. My second reason to buy the BLU View 2 in 2021 is the rear camera. This phone has a 13 megapixel rear camera on the back, and for what it is, it takes some pretty good pictures. This is a picture taken with the rear camera of this phone, and as you can see, it's actually really good, especially for a phone in this price range. There's no haze or anything like that that you usually see on low-end phones, and even though the lighting is a little bit dim, the colors look really nice, and the sharpness of the image is really high quality to the point where it's sharp enough to look like a good photo, but it's not so sharp that it starts to ruin the image. So overall, if you're a more casual user of the camera, but still do value the ability to take a good photo here and there, then the BLU View 2's camera is definitely gonna suit your needs just fine. My third reason to buy the BLU View 2 in 2021 is the processor. This phone is getting 2 gigabytes of RAM with the MediaTek Helio A22 processor. I ran a Geekbench 5 benchmark test on this phone, and it came back with a single core score of 144 and a multi-core score of 510. And while that might not sound like much, compared to other phones in its price range, it's actually pretty impressive. And even phones that are quite a bit more expensive than this phone sometimes have a lot less processing power. So at the end of the day, if you're looking for a device to do more basic activities on, like sending text messages, making calls, some light internet and social media browsing, and that sort of thing, then this phone is definitely gonna suit those needs and probably outperform a lot of phones in slightly higher price ranges. My fourth reason to buy the BLU View 2 in 2021 is that it has a headphone jack. This headphone jack is located right here at the top, and this is really nice to have because manufacturers are doing away with headphone jacks as time goes on. Even in lower end phones, you start to see them going away. So with this phone, having a 3.5mm headphone jack is nice because as good as Bluetooth speakers and headphones are, it is nice to be able to use a nice old-fashioned pair of wired headphones that have the standard 3.5mm jack instead of something weird like the iPhone, or just not having one at all, like the flagship phones and many other Android phones that have come out in recent times. The fifth and final reason to buy the BLU View 2 in 2021 is that it has USB-C. As you can see right here, we got a USB-C charging port at the bottom, and this is really nice. I actually expected to see micro USB, so I was pleasantly surprised to find out that this phone does in fact have USB-C. A lot of the time, these lower end phones end up having micro USB, and since most devices nowadays have USB-C, and it's just so much better, it's nice to see that this phone actually does have USB-C instead of something like micro USB or even worse, mini USB. But those were 5 reasons to buy the BLU View 2 in 2021. I hope you enjoyed the video, and I hope you found this information useful as well. If you want to get some more information about the device itself, be sure to check out my full review of the phone on the channel. And if you happen to be watching this after you bought the phone and want to see some different features of this phone to help you get started, be sure to check out my beginner's guide and tips and tricks video for this phone as well. But that's it for now. I will see you in the next video.